What's going on, guys? It's SPT Killerwood coming back at you again. As you can see right here, this is going to be actually a brand new thing that I'm doing. This is actually going to be episode 1 of my PS3 game finds of the week. If you watched my other video before this, and you'll see that was actually my collection that I just now started back with. My goal is to try to, get a whole complete run of PS3 games. It's going to be pretty much a challenge, but I'm definitely up to it. So what I want to do is each week I'm going to try to upload a video of my recent pickups, through Facebook, OfferUp, LetGo, eBay, possibly, pawn shops, GameStop, anywhere that I can find PS3 games for a deal. Your boy Killer Wood's going to try to go find those deals. And yesterday, today is Sunday. So yesterday, I was at the Southeast Game Exchange in Greenville, South Carolina, which is kind of near where I live. Met some cool people there. One of my friends was with me, actually, and wound up picking all these up. So we'll get started with this. Don't want to make the video too long, but we'll start off with the 007 Legends. It's a James Bond game. I think they tried to recreate this one from one of the other movies. Can't remember exactly which one it was, but yeah, anyway, it's supposed to be a decent game, not too bad. But, if you're going to try to go for all those games, you got to have them. The next one is the 007 Quantum of Solace. I do actually remember playing this one when it first came out. The multiplayer was kind of cool because it actually was like structured around how the Call of Duty multiplayer was, so I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was a good game, though. Definitely it was good. It might have been maybe one of the better James Bond games as of recent. This one right here is the Alone in the Dark Inferno. This game first came out on 360 as Alone in the Dark, and then eventually it got released on PS3 labeled as the Inferno, basically, edition. It's kind of a harder game to get. I'm going to have to get me another case because, as y'all know, these GameStop stickers are just atrocious. If they've been left on there for so long, when you try to pull them off, all that sticky shit just comes and stays on it. So, yeah. Next up is the Assassin's Creed Rogue. This was released at the same time Unity was released for the new systems. So they put these out on like PS3 and 360. And eventually, I think up later, they released it on PS4, if I'm not mistaken. But this one, this is the last one that I needed as far as the Assassin's Creed on PS3. So now I have all of them. So yeah. All these games were picked up yesterday, guys. 30 of them. Battlefield Bad Company 1. And I'll go over how I kind of acquired some of these at the end of the video. Got a copy of Brink with the slipcover. All these are complete with the instruction manual and all that. Lucky to find this one. Sometimes you can find the game, but it's kind of harder sometimes to find it with the slipcover. It's not in the best of shape, but at least it has the slipcover with it. So I'm happy with that. Next up is the Buzz Quiz TV. I don't play these games, but you got to have them. My goal is to actually try to find this with the box, with the buzzers together as one complete package. And that's what I'm trying to find. But, I don't want to pay too much for it, just for it to sit on my shelf. So if I don't find them, then at least I have the game. So next up is the Dead Island Special Edition. I'm assuming this was maybe a GameStop exclusive cover or maybe a store exclusive cover, because the other cover does not look like this. It looks like how, like the book would look as far as the cover. Love Dead Island, though. It was a really fun game. I'm not really sold too much yet on the second game from all the delays and the different, people that it's passing their hands through. I'm not really sold that it's going to be a good game. So I'll probably, who knows, I might not even get Dead Space or Dead Island 2. Next up, we have Deus Ex Human Revelation. It was a really good game. I never did finish it, but this game kind of allowed you to play however you wanted to play. If you wanted to go in guns blazing, you could do it. If you wanted to go in playing stealthy, you could do it. So they gave you kind of different options and different paths to take, throughout the levels, depending on how you want to play it. So this was a really good game. Obviously, what I'm saying, it does have the slip cover as well. I do love the slip covers. Next up is Dragon Age Origins. A really good game. I've got who knows how many hours in this game, probably 70 or 80 hours in it. Back when it first came out. I got to go back now and get like the Awakening, and then go back and get 2 again. So I'll have those, and Inquisition. I played Inquisition on PS4, so I'll just have to go back now and try to find another copy. Fear 2, Project Origin. This one also has the slipcover. It's in really good shape. This one is kind of hard to find, with the slipcover, or even just the original cover, by itself anyway. Sometimes these Fear games, you just don't really see them too much in stores. So yeah, Fear 2. Next up, we have God of War 3, which, in my opinion, was probably the best one they ever made. It's just, what I'm saying, you play it now, and even go back and play it now, I should say, and just the graphics on it could still, show just how much power the PS3 had, even now, So God of War 3 was always one of the really, really good ones. Next up, we have the God of War Collection, which has God of War 1 and 2 from PS2, been remastered. Just there again, just really good games. I actually had this one and the Origins Collection, which had the PSP versions of Ghost of Sparta and the other one. Can't think of the name of it. Anyway, I had them, but now I'm having to go back and re-get them. So happy to get this one back in the collection. Next up, we have Gran Turismo 5. I actually bought the collector edition of this when it came out. It was like $90, and then I kept the collector edition, but I wound up getting rid of the game. So now I'm glad I got that back. There was no difference between the game that came with the collector edition compared to just the standard copy. So maybe it might have said maybe like not for resold down here, but other than that, it's the exact same. It looks the exact same. Next up, we have GTA 4. Grand Theft Auto 4 was okay. I didn't really quite care too much for the Nico character, but it wasn't that bad. The controls were just a tad off. Sometimes it felt a little bit wonky. So I'm glad that, when they did 4 to GTA 5, they completely, redone all the controls and made it a lot better. So, but it's still not a bad game though. It's a GTA, so all the mayhem that you want to cause, you can go do it. And that's that stack. Next up, we have the GTA, Grand Theft Auto. It's basically Grand Theft Auto 4, the episodes from Liberty City. And this was some of the DLC that they came out with it. You get 2 complete DLCs with it. You get the Lost and the Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony. Both of these were really, really fun to play. So I'm glad now to get this back in the collection. And it also has, the book with the map. So they are complete, just as my 4 is too. It's got the book and the map and all that. Another good game that came out when it came out was Infamous 1. I really love this game. I was 1 trophy short from the platinum on it, which I doubt I'll ever go back now to try to get. But I played for the trophies. I guess you'd say a trophy whore, but kind of irked me that I didn't get that last one, but which was the stunts or whatever. But yeah, anyway, Infamous 1 is a really good game. Infamous 2 is, they just took it on a whole nother level and just made it even better. Then I've played the Infamous games on Second Son and the Lost Light for PS4, or the Last Light, excuse me. Madden 08, there again, guys, like I said, I'm trying to go for the complete collection of PS3 games. So unfortunately, sports titles, you have to buy them. I'm not going to really try to focus on them much. If you see them in my videos, that means that if I picked up like a bundle set that had a sports game with it, then I'll go ahead and take it. But I'm not going to go out of my way to try to buy the sports games as of yet. I'll just wait until like those are like some of the last ones that I need, because I really don't want to spend money on buying these damn sports titles because there's just too many of them. Next game is Max Payne 3. A really, really good game. I still actually have to finish it because I never did finish it when it came out. There's always other games that come out, and sometimes you get sidetracked. So I'm glad I got this back in my, in my collection. I'll get back with it here, soon. It seems like I've been playing, my PS3 games a little bit more here lately than PS4, just trying to go back and play some of these. So next up, another one that I'm having a hard time trying to find is the Midnight Club Los Angeles. You can find these a lot, like in the GameStop made cases or in the greatest hit cases. But the good thing about this is this one actually has, the book. I can get it out here. It actually has, the map that came with it, which is a really big, thick map, and the book. So, most of the time, if you do find the case, you're not going to find that map with it. So that was definitely awesome there. That I was able to get that with it. But yeah, Midnight Club LA, still a really good game. Next up is Mirror's Edge. This one, I tried to get into it. I like the concept of it, but I don't know. I don't usually get like motion sickness or nothing like that, but the way this game kind of plays out, it just kind of, if you play it, I guess like in periods of time, it would just kind of get your head a little loopy or something by the way the controls are with the first person and all the free roaming and parkour and all that. It just, it didn't make me feel sick, but it just made me feel like I just didn't want to play it no more. So it was an okay game. The second one that came out, I heard wasn't really that great. Next up, we have MLB 09 The Show, just another sports title, that's all it is. Next up, we have Ratchet and Clank Future, A Crack in Time. I don't know if I've played this one. I can't quite remember. I've played quite a few of them, but I don't remember if it was this one that I played. So I'll definitely be giving this one a go and trying to see how many of the trophies I can get on it. I try to shoot for the platinums, and right now I'm sitting, I believe, at 100 platinums between PS3 and PS4 and Vita. Next up is Ridge Racer 7. This is a game that I found yesterday at the exchange, and you don't really see this one too much either. It was a launch title when the PS3 came out, and it's complete, very nice. The cases, it looks practically brand new. Unbound was the last Ridge Racer game they made, and I'm kind of wondering why they haven't actually tried to go back and make another one since. But the Ridge Racer always was, a PlayStation staple. It was always in the PlayStation lineup. So they need to make another one. The next up is the Saboteur. This is a game that got kind of overshadowed, and not too many people really knew about it. I still haven't played it yet, but I have heard that it is really good. It's almost kind of like I don't want to call it a Splinter Cell, but kind of like a stealthy kind of, maybe spy game, so to speak. The game starts out like in black and white, and as you get further in the game, it starts kind of presenting color in certain areas, like the city and all that stuff. So I'm really interested to play this because I just never did play it when it came out. So, but yeah, I have the Sly Collection, which came with the first 3 Sly Cooper games that was on PS2. They've remastered them. I actually bought this when it first came out. So now I'm glad to get it back in the collection. Sly Cooper's always been a PlayStation staple, character. Next up, we have Sports Champions. I don't own the Move stuff or the cameras, nothing like that, but it was part of the little package deal that I bought. So, it is what it is. Next up is Test Drive Ferrari Racing Legends. I don't actually quite remember when this game came out. I don't even remember seeing it on the shelves. I don't know if it's rare or what, but I seen it yesterday at the stores. So I was like, you know what? I haven't ever seen this game. Let me go ahead and get it just in case. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and picked it up because I hate, for it to be a game on down the road that I would get and then wind up paying like, $20 or $30 for it when I could have, I paid like $6 for it. So, if I can pay $6 for it instead of bypassing more, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'll do. And I'll check it out and see how it is. I'm not holding my breath that it's going to be any good. Next up, we have the Splinter Cell Blacklist. I do remember when this came out, but Never did play it. I've always loved the Splinter Cell games. It's just some of these games, you know what I'm saying, just so many other games that are out and you're playing other stuff and, you know, you can't play all of them at one time. So, you know, some of them just kind of get overshadowed over other ones. But I'll go back and give this one a try and see. And, you know, I mean, I never really cared for any of the multiplayer on the Splinter Cells. And that's what a lot of people will always love, but I was always in it for the single player. I mean, Chaos Theory to this day is still the best Splinter Cell. I mean, I do love, you know, the first one and Pandora's Tomorrow, which is the second one, but nothing as good as Chaos Theory. And the last game that I got was the UFC 2009 Undisputed. And yeah, I don't even follow UFC, so you know, it is what it is. But so basically, you know, I had a friend that went with me yesterday to the game exchange. I met him up there, and he had like 20 PS3 games that he brought with him because he knew I wanted them. So me and him worked out a deal to where, you know, I basically bought him like a Sega Saturn. That's what he was wanting. And so I got him a Saturn for like $50. I got 20 games out of the deal. Some of the games I got through the game exchange, like the Ridge Racer, the 007 Legends, and stuff like that. A couple of them I got at another store, and a couple I got at GameStop. But yeah, so. But that'll end the video for today, guys. I hope you like what you see. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment. And like I said, this is going to be episode 1. So hopefully, you know, I can go on and continue making more videos like this and bring them to you. And until next time, guys, it's SPT Killerwood, and I'm out.